expect this to be one of the less interesting parts. This is from La Calzada, just back there, down in that hollow, to El Cubo, which is 20 kilometers along the side of this highway. So I think the trick here will be, let's try and get a few kilometers done before the sun comes up too much. So I'm intrigued. Yesterday there was that town that I could see in the distance, which I can see still. I don't know whether you can see it on the video. There's a little glinting light on the top of that hill over there, something reflecting in the sun. I don't think that can be El Cubo, it's not far enough. We shall see. I think I noticed there was a couple of small towns just off the Camino, so that might be one of them. There might not be a lot of videos today. We'll see. There's always surprises. So coming up to join the highway in a minute. I was just looking at those fields over there. Interesting colour. There's a lot of lavender around here. And I was thinking, there's that sort of wildflowers in the field, but I think it's probably dew on the grass. We'll see when we get there. Farmer ploughing his field over there, kicking up a bit of dust. We've got a big wind farm over there. Fairly flat landscape, yeah. And we've got a car coming. So I better stop filming. Well, I'm not sure I've solved the colour of the field, but I think it's something to do with the light coloured rocks in the soil. And that is a big field. There's a couple of big tractors going around there. Just zoom in a bit. Where are they? In the background there. One of them just went past. I know nothing about agriculture, but what they're doing is basically dragging a bit of machinery that's a big flat plate, and it's flattening the soil, probably ready for planting. My walking buddy's getting way ahead. I might try and catch up a bit. There's a nice little fixer-upper, a little bit close to the highway. Interesting blend of the new and old here, because on the other side of the track is a distribution centre. I'm getting flashbacks. In my day job we design those. It's an interesting design in a number of ways. So it's built on very sloping ground. A lot of shipping containers there, so maybe they're doing a bit of import-export. Good location next to the highway, but I shall resist giving a lecture on distribution centre design and location selection. Let's get back to walking. Just another view of this distribution centre. Trying to work out what sort of product it is. Some sort of agricultural product maybe. Oh, it could be a little factory attached to it though. All is revealed once you walk a little bit more. So that town that I thought I could see in the distance and thought it wasn't far enough away to be El Cubo, I think was the prison. What time of day was it that we saw that? Because there's a huge watchtower there. Maybe what I thought was the sun glinting off the tower was a searchlight or something. But this certainly looks like the prison. Zoom right in, but that'll be a bit jerky. Oh yeah, exciting, what you see on the Camino. Oh, that's a very impressive prison. It's an interesting design. It's got that huge watchtower in the middle, like a airport control tower. I probably suspect it indicates it's a high security prison. Keep an eye on everything. Well, certainly not the most stunning scenery so far. We've been fairly close to this road for about the last 10 k's, I think. But it's not bad, the track's good. You've got a choice of this little goat track or that sort of graded gravel. I'm switching between them. I think just up ahead where that yellow truck is, the path actually then leaves the motorway and heads across country, so it's about 5 k's to go to El Cubo. Getting quite warm, I've got the umbrella up. Well, it's not a bad day's walking really. Now the big decision point is what to do tomorrow. So from El Cubo to Zamora, I think it's 32 k's, 31, 32. So do I try to do it in one hit? And there is a village part way along, but we know how that works. Doesn't necessarily mean that there's going to be anything open. The village has a couple of albergos, I think. So what I'm thinking is I might prepare to do the 31, and then I think it's 15 or something to that intermediate village. I can decide then whether I press on or not. We'll see. Kind of curious to see if I can do 31. I think the max I've done so far is 27. That was alright. So much depends on the surface and what the weather's like. But we'll see. Be nice to get into Zamora. And I had a rest day planned for Zamora, but I've already had one in Merida. I had one in Salamanca. Again, I think kind of see how I cope. If I do the 31 and my feet are sore, I might have a rest day. We'll wing it. So I think 5 k's or so to go to El Cubo. Aiming to be there by 1 o'clock.